Hello everybody, this is Niharika and today I'm going to talk about our visa years. So it's whenever we apply for a college, we get the I-20, then we go for the visa thing, and as during my bachelor's, I applied for a 4-year degree and I got a 5-year visa. So it's this is not my idea of making this video on like how you should utilize your visa years. It's like I just got a text and I really liked her ideology, that how she is thinking about like, oh, if I set up certain tasks in with my each year, and if I fill them up by the end of those years, and then on one hand it will make me feel like I have a more control on my situation, like less stress. Second hand is like you will get a better idea about your situation that you are in, like if you are ahead of your time, if you're slow on your time, if you need to speed yourself up, if you have enough time, you can try other things. So I really like this idea, and so I am planning to make a 5-video series. So each video is we are going to discuss about each year of the visa. For example, this is the first video, so we are going to discuss like how we should utilize the first year of our visa. So okay, we are not living in the most ideal situations, so these are not hard and fast rules, and everybody has their own pace, so you don't have to stress up like, oh my gosh, I have still need to take care of a lot of things. No, you got time, and you just need to plan yourself. And everybody doesn't do the same things in the same exact manner. Everybody has their stories, everybody has their challenges. So this video is more about constructive, like suggestions that you can add to your visa journey and nothing else. So in this video, I'm going to tell you what I did and what I suggest. So what I did was, I had certain benefits when I reached my university. First, my major was already declared because I already knew that what I wanted to do. And we can make a whole different video on how to select your careers, and it's a very complicated topic. It's very flexible and dynamic, I can say that. It's like it's not one shoe fits all situation. So we can talk about different situations in that video. So I somehow had an idea that I wanted to do microbiology, and I do had an idea, like because of all those websites and Google Scholar, I did find the professor I wanted to do the research with. So, when we were in our 12th grade, we had like minimum options like doctor, engineer. I had a research scientist option too. So, but yeah, there was a lot of lack of awareness. So I was like, I want to be a research scientist, but I don't know about what I'm gonna do research. It can be viruses, it can be anything. So it's completely fine if you are pretty confused about it, like what you should go for. So, and first year is all about exploration. So in my first year, as my first benefit was I already had a declared major. Second benefit I had was I already tried my hands on multiple national level exams, and one of the major exam was NEET. So, and yeah, another thing, I had a really nice advisor. So the first thing, whenever you go to the college, grab the best advisor. Here, the definition of the best, it differs with people. So my definition of best is the one who is pretty flexible with my situation, who has time enough to listen to my situation, and third is who doesn't follow like hardcore like strict grad maps, because my advisor did give me a lot of overrides with my courses, and that helped me shortening my bachelor's degree period. So as I already gave that national level examination, I had the results, and as so many people gave that exam, they want to look at your percentile, and mine was like 99.99999 something, so many numbers. And then he looked at the syllabus of the exam, and he was like, okay, and he helped me taking a lot of overrides with certain courses. The third benefit I had was my university actually utilized SAT and TOEFL to set up my level in English and math. So a lot of my courses got eliminated once I got like a good TOEFL and SAT score. So these are the things that helped me reduce my course load in my first year, because I didn't took a lot of general education courses. I worked more on my major education courses, and that kind of helped me shortening my degree by 1 year. So that's what I did. And other thing, so these are the benefits I had. And so the first thing is, like, I took care of my courses, like where I'm going, if I'm taking, making a making sure that I'm not taking any trash course. Like, there's no course that is trash, but it's like there are courses that you need and there are courses that you do not need in that moment. Maybe after 2 years you find them useful, you find them helpful, but at that moment in your first year they're not on your track. They're gonna make your degree slow. So you need to prevent that situation, and finding a good advisor, that's a very important thing. Second was, like, as I was sure about that I want to do research, and you do, like, when you apply to certain universities, you know, like, what they are talking about, if they're good at researches, if they're good at, like, what do I say, um, for internships, or if they're good at any other things, so you will know. So my university's microbiology department was pretty good, because when I found that professor from Google Scholar, he had like a lot of things in his plate, like so many patents, so many stuff, and I really liked his stuff. So I went straight to him and I took classes. Yeah, before going approaching him, I took one class with him so that I can understand, like, how he is, not he is as a teacher, because a lot of times it's not the fault of a teacher, or it's not your fault. It's like just things doesn't work, and that's normal. That happens, and we should be precautious about it, because it's gonna cost you time. So I took one of his class and I enjoyed his class, and I was too shy to tell him that, hey, I just come all the way from India to do research with you. So my first question was, do you have any research projects, and do you have any openings for students? And he was like, yeah. But let's think about another situation. If he would have answered like no, then my other question is going to be like, okay, so do you know any other professor who wants to work with me, and like who has openings? So here there are multiple things. First, as you were his student, he kind of have an idea about you, like what you're good at, how your attitude is, and so he can match you better with some professor. And whenever you go to a different professor, you're going to have your previous professor's reference, and reference helps a lot. Because if a professor gets to know, like, oh, this XYZ professor sent you to me, okay, then he wants to look at your resume and stuff, and he wants to talk about the research project. So that was the thing that I took care of in my first year. Third thing was, like, and it's like I feel like that's a very common thing for international or domestic, like whichever student you are, money. You all need money, but it's like college is so expensive. So when I was talking about my research project, I did talk about the fundings, like how it works and if I will be getting some. So they kind of added to my tuition. So that was something good that I achieved during my first year. And so we took care of the classes, we took care of the research. Then third, on campus jobs. Okay, so in your first year, I will not, in your first semester, you cannot use your CPD. I'm not sure about the second semester, but I will not suggest you to use your CPDs in your second semester, because uh, first of all, I feel like it's too early. You do not have enough built up resume. Like, I am from India and I did not have anything on my resume, because I I didn't work anywhere. I know it's not something you should be proud of, but that was the reality of the moment. So I will suggest to think about using your CPDs from your second year, because first year is like you gain a lot of research projects, you gain on-campus jobs, so there's still something to show. And so what we did, so regarding on-campus jobs, so I didn't have any idea about resume, and this is what I always say, that every university have a portal where you can upload your resume and you can apply for a job. But that's not how things work when you are a newcomer, because you don't know how a perfect resume looks like. you don't know a lot of times like what a position is actually like. And a lot of time when you have nothing to show on your resume, then why will anyone be interested in you? So you can do one other thing. You can go to one department to another department, and I can assure you that 8 out of 10 people are going to tell you that, hey, we have this job posted on our website, so you just need to apply through that portal. Got it. But 2 out of 10 people are going to look at your resume, and they are going to suggest you some changes that are going to add quality to your resume. A lot of times they're so nice, they want to show you their resume, and it's really helpful because when you look at a very build up nice resume, you kind of understand like what you need to add and what you need to kind of eliminate from your resume. And a lot of times they guide you to the right departments, like departments who are desperately looking for people. So you can go there and they will be like, okay, I know you. And a lot of time interview happens in that moment too, depending like how desperately they want you. So it's pretty good. Like they will send you a link and you will apply it, and now they know that you are applying, and there are higher chances of getting the jobs through that pathway, especially when it's your first job. And it's like I will suggest you regarding research as well as on campus job, don't be picky about it if it's your first job or research, because it's like in your first research project you are actually going to learn the basic research skills, and a lot of times you do not know or you do not have any idea about things you're actually going to enjoy. So your professor is going to have a clear idea about what you're going to enjoy. But a lot of times I cannot say that they are 100% right, no, but their estimation is pretty precise. And regarding jobs too, like it's like once you start an on-campus job, you can look for another jobs in the meantime. Like I changed jobs so many times, and it's not like when you're in your bachelor's, no one cares. Like they all understand that you are exploring, so you're good. So 3 parts that I actually emphasized during my first year was like making sure that I'm taking the right classes, that are classes I need. And second is my research project, like somehow I initiated the process and I am a part of a research team. Third, I made sure like I have an on-campus job. And research comes with scholarship, so that helped with my tuition. And okay, so what will I suggest for a student who does not have any national level exam, whose major is not declared yet, and okay, and who has not like worked before, like in any, who was like me, with no work experience? So what should they do? So what I will suggest is, the first thing is like just carry a very explorative nature, talk to a lot of people. And I will suggest like for your first semester, or even for your first year, prefer to stay in dorms, because that's how you understand the culture, the communication of the community. And a lot of time being broke student, those people, you get good friends out of them, you get good spaces where you need to contact, where you need to buy, you need to shop, and they will tell you all the important things that you should learn at a new place. And a lot of times they help you with your resumes, they help you with like constructing things up for you. So, and you are not going to feel alone. So because when you come from such a far place and you have your own apartment, you just come home and close your door, and now you're not learning, and even you're like bored, or you're not feeling yourself. So I will suggest the first thing you should do is like stay on campus, or like live on campus for the first semester, or even for a first year. Second, have like try new things, and I will suggest like try all these 3 things that I already did and discussed. For example, getting a good advisor and talking about your degree, and like kind of making a kind of understanding like if there, which courses you actually need and which you do not, because you're the one who is responsible for your degree. So be careful, don't waste your time and money. Second, research opportunities. Third, is like on-campus job. And yeah, this is what I did in my second year, but I will suggest all the students to do it in their first year, is to join multiple clubs. Okay, I understand like a lot of people have this thing like, if I'll join a club and I won't like it, what am I going to do? Leave. Believe me, this is the easiest thing about bachelor's degree. Like you can leave anything. and join new. So it's like just switch things up. And it's like, because these things helps you build confidence and gives you learning opportunities, and a lot of time is a very essential characteristic of contact building, and contacts helps all the time. So this is my suggestion for my first year students. And let me just think, is there anything else I want to cover? But yeah, don't be like super scared that, oh, I already started my second semester and I do not have an on-campus job. But it actually depends on you. I will suggest, even if you are okay to pay your bills or tuition, still go for an on-campus job, because it is going to kind of make you learn new skills, and you will learn how to communicate and deal with different people. So that's a very important part. And yeah, if you don't like your job, do it, and in the meantime look for another job. If you are having issues with your research project, talk to your professor. Like, I understand, like, I had a lot of project that I had love-hate relationship with, and I'm fine with them, because at that time I do not have the understanding, or like, I think, broad perspective to understand like what I'm going to get out of this project. But now I do, and I understand like what benefits you get. So I think that's for today. Thank you. Bye bye. And do add your suggestions if you feel like there's any I missed. Thanks.